Hello and welcome to Andy's Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Bourne Trilogy on Blu Ray. The reason I've chosen to review these films, even though they're quite old, is the fact that I went to see Paul Greengrass and Matt Damon's latest film together, Green Zone, which was fantastic. So that kind of brought me back to the Bourne films, and I thought, why was Bourne such a superb character, and why those three action films are three of the best action films ever made. Okay, first thing to say about Green Zone, just to talk about a little. Greengrass has said that Green Zone is basically Jason Bourne in Iraq. But that's not the case. Jason Bourne is a complex character, one of the greatest, the best developed characters in mainstream cinema that I've ever seen. Green Zone is a sequence of events with little or no character development, but you know enough about the main character to root for him for the entire film. And he's not Jason Bourne because he gets beaten up in this film, and he's not the whole kind of Jack Bauer, Superman, tough guy, demigod that Jason Bourne is. But okay, first thing to say about the Bourne films is, I think from the first film that was directed by Doug Liman, he set up the other two films so well that kind of Greengrass was able to come in, put his slant on it in terms of use of handheld cameras, use of character, use of throwing in a slight kind of political tone of Big Brother, that kind of Orwellian 1984 thing where people are always watching you, you're always on the run from the government, that type of thing. So I think the key thing is with Bourne, I would put him up there with kind of your... Yes, I'll go as far as say I'd put Bourne up there with the likes of Hamlet, other Shakespearean characters, because the key thing is with Bourne, he's a character who's kind of on this path to redemption, but the way it's conveyed is so beautifully done that you're rooting for the character in a way that you don't really feel when you're watching a John McClane film, or if you're watching, I don't know, something by Jason Statham or something like that. This is in another league to every other action film. I think this is shown mainly in the second Bourne film, when Jason Bourne's partner is murdered. He learns eventually in the film that he killed a young girl's parents because that was part of his assignment. And once he's realised that, as he goes through the film, there's a key point where he was in a hotel and he looks in the mirror and he sees like a double reflection of himself. So on the one side you've got the man who he was in terms of the secret agent going around killing people, and then on the other side you have the man that he is now, who is seeking some form of atonement for what he's done in the past. But that's something that he develops into, because at the start of the Bourne Supremacy, you have his girlfriend who says to him, you still have a choice, you don't actually have to keep killing people, and kind of, it's not a good thing to keep doing that, you can still change, and that's what he does for the remainder of the series. So you set that premise there, and then that's developed completely by the end of the trilogy, which is absolutely superb. This is shown when he goes to see the daughter of the parents that he killed in Russia. He cries, and I think he says to the character, he says to the daughter, he says, when you lose someone you love, you need to learn the truth. And he's actually crying when he says that, and it's just conveyed so well that Matt Damon just brings a gravitas and an emotional dexterity and lack of any ambiguity to this character that is just so well fashioned that it's just absolutely superb. And you even see that in the final film, when he looks at a person who's working for the government who wants to kill him. He actually looks at the character and says, do you even know why you're supposed to kill me? Look what they make you give. And that's kind of, I love that sense that this character it's a true development of a character. So if you can name some other action films where that's done, I'd love it, because I want to see those films. But I have not seen it done so well in such a pop culture context. Absolutely superb. And obviously with Bourne you have the whole thing going on as well. All of the action is so well staged, it's so realistic. Beautiful use of handheld camera, same as in Green Zone. Takes you right up to the hilt of what these characters are going through. So you're just there in the room experiencing this just thrilling action. So yes, Bourne films, superb. Green Zone, probably the best thriller I've ever seen, apart from the Bourne films. And the strange thing is, all done by a Brit. So, hey Brits, well done Greengrass, absolutely superb. But yes, I think Bourne, he's not just an action character. He's a character who has action, but is just beautifully written. So yes, love the Bourne films. Last thing to say, the Bourne books are absolutely mind-bendingly terrible. So it's nice to see in the films they kind of thought, these books aren't really very good, let's change most of the stuff that's in them. Okay, so books, no. Movies, probably the best trilogy ever made, until we get the final Christopher Nolan Batman film. Okay, right, I'm a bit hyped up now, so I'm going to go and, smash up some...